Welcome to paradise, my friends. This is the Eastern Cape of South Africa. I'm very proud to call it my home province, and we are out here on a beautiful property today called Marshall Vale. It's a hunting outfit run by a man named Willem de Beer, and we're going to be doing a whole lot of small game hunting over the next few days. I'm going to go out tonight once it gets dark with a whole bunch of friends, and I'm going to be taking the air rifle out and going after some hares, perhaps some porcupines, and we'll see what else we see.
There's a real sense of excitement in the air as we head off down the farm road. To start things off, I'll be shooting with the FX Impact, and Richard will be manning the camera. We head towards an irrigated field where we know the hares like to graze, and our man behind the spotlight scans the field for eyes. Within about 5 minutes, we spot our first animal.
There you go, he's down. We're not even probably about 100 meters from the house, and we've already got our first hare, so it looks like we're gonna have a good night tonight. Just gotta stay at it, keep driving, and I think we might get a good bag tonight.
We all had the feeling that we were going to be in for a good night, but man, were we in for a treat.
Yeah, got him. Oh my goodness, got him. I have no idea how far that was, but I put crosses right on his head and he went straight down. So he's probably about 50 meters away. So you can see I've got the torch mounted on the gun, which is really nice. The gun has a Picatinny rail, which means I can just mount a torch on the side, and it makes it really easy to find the animal. Somewhere around here. Grass is quite long, so it's hard to find him. I suppose we've got to just keep looking, eh?
Yeah, he goes in the thick stuff.
There you go. Again, straight through the head, right behind the eye. Very happy with that. Second hair down.
We have a real spring in our step now. Things are just going our way, and we're having an absolutely fantastic start to the night. A few minutes later, we are in for another treat.
Tom, when you on him?
Right on it.
Yep, he's done. I cannot believe it. Second porcupine down. I cannot believe that we've seen two in the space of maybe 15-20 minutes. It's amazing. So very, very happy with that. Let's go pick him up. Another nice porcupine. Oh, this one's bigger. This one's a bit bigger. So porcupine in Afrikaans is eystervark, which directly translates to iron pig. It's probably called that because of all its protection it's got. And it does taste a bit like pork. So we'll definitely take this one home and cook him. Yo, he's heavy. Start to huff and puff after carrying him for a while. Okay. On we go.
I suppose you're wondering why we shoot these porcupines. Well, plain and simple, they are just a real problem on farms in South Africa. They are rodents, which means that they like to chew and destroy things with those big teeth of theirs. This includes plants in the garden, all around the farmhouse, and water pipes on the crop fields, which they dig up and chew through. Willem says that on the farm they have to deal with water leaks all the time because of these guys. And believe it or not, they're actually pretty tasty. They have a thick layer of crackling and taste a lot like pork. At this point, I decide to hand the Impact over to Richard, who I can see is just itching to shoot. Richard has done some hare hunting with me in a previous video a few months earlier, so I know he can shoot, but he has a frustrating start as the hares just don't want to cooperate. This is one of the biggest drawbacks to hunting with a spotlight off a vehicle. You get to cover a lot more ground, which is a good thing, but it's at the expense of scaring the animals off with the sound of the truck and the glare of the spotlight. The time isn't all wasted though, as we get a nice close-up and personal look at the local nightlife.
Man, that's awesome, eh? You get to see a whole lot of things out here in the evening, and a beautiful owl. Hey? Definitely worth our time stopping and checking him out. Very nice. Very nice.
Finally, one of the hares keeps still long enough for Rich to take a shot.
There he is. There we go. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Sure, he's really nice and big, eh? Lovely, lovely scrub here. No, very cool. Happy days. Last time you saw me nighttime walking stalking with the night sight. This time we're doing the traditional South African spotlight off the back of the bucky, and real quick. So you've only got a couple seconds, they see the light, they get a little confused, and then they run. So let's put them in the back, see if we can get something else.
We're away from the open fields now and right in the middle of the thick bush. The grass is also very long here, which makes it incredibly difficult to spot the hares. Unlike rabbits, these animals live above the ground, and as a result, they are very good at hiding in the grass. If they flatten their ears and keep still, you will never see them. This one, however, makes the mistake of showing himself, and Rich puts a pellet straight through his head.
Phew, straight down. Had a nice sturdy rest. I've been really battling tonight. But yeah, it worked out very well. We're in the thick stuff now. We're driving through like forest bush, you know, and it's yeah, it's very cool. It's quite eerie at times, but we managed to sneak a shot through the branches and nail them straight down in the head. Lovely. Good stuff. Let's go get them. Shot. Nice headshot. Yeah, lovely scrub here. Another one for the evening. Like I said last time, nice long ears, and look at that. Looks like something had a go at him. So they are quite tasty, these little critters. Just about everything that's a predator out here will want to go after these. And there you go. He must have got away, and unfortunately tonight he didn't get away from me. Anyway, let's take him back to the truck and keep going.
At this point, we decide to change tactics a bit. We head back to the house, put the spotlight away, and bring out the night vision.
Right, so as you can see now, we've fitted the night sight to this gun. Man, it looks like a freaking alien laser gun with all this fancy stuff on it. I've got my torch on the side here still, but night sight's on. This is a killing machine now. We've got a fair amount of hares, you know, off the back of the truck, but it'd be nice to do something a little bit different. So you're going to be doing some walk and stalk hunting now. It is very dark, so there's no moonlight tonight, so it's going to be very difficult to see where we're walking, and I'm expecting a few trips and falls, but I think if we can avoid that and we can stay on the animals, we should have a good night and be in for some success.
There's double trouble tonight, as both Rich and I have night sight eagles fitted to our rifles. These units allow us to identify animals as far as 500 meters out, and if that's not enough, we have Willem behind the spotter helping us to scan around. The infrared cameras that we're using allow us to film in the dark, but with the naked eye, those powerful beams from the night sight units are completely invisible. This is definitely the most exciting kind of night hunting. The night vision allows us to walk and stalk through the bush, and it's not long until we spot something.
Dark thing is a porcupine.
Is that a porcupine?
There's a porcupine.
It looks like
there.
it, eh?
Rich, there's a porcupine.
Rich is using subsonics in the .22 rimfire, so there's a fair amount of bullet drop. We aren't 100% sure of the range, so we decide to move in a little bit closer, and Rich takes a really good heart and lung shot.
Very cool. Matt's been nailing these porcupines all night, and finally I got a chance on one. Man, that's super cool. Very cool. Sure, this place is full of them. It's unreal. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun. Thanks, bro.
Well done.
Shot.
Good shooting.
Thank you.
Night sight, done its job.
Yeah, no mistake.
Perfect.
Yeah, I tell you, guys, this night sight gear is unbelievable. We're in the pitch black, No moon tonight. Just how we want it. The night sight is doing everything that we hope it would, you know. And without gear like this, you just cannot do what we're doing tonight. So super cool. Let's go and see him. Right, here we go. Yo, man, that's cool. Way bigger than I thought, eh?
Yeah, it looks
good.
very small through the scope. Nice.
No, great, man. Sure. Now, I've been watching Matt nail these things all night, and finally I got my chance, eh? And the .22 made no mistake. The night sight did its job, and I was able to get the crosshairs right on him and pull the shot off. Great, eh? These are wonderful little critters, I tell you. Well, maybe to some not so little. As you can see here, this is the danger part right over here. This is what protects them, keeps them safe, and causes injury to a lot of dogs, leopards, and all other kinds of predators. So a really good defense mechanism. They're also a digging animal. You can see here by their claws, by their feet. And they also got pretty strange little paws as well, not what you would expect.
We put our porcupine somewhere safe so we can collect him later, and it's straight back to business. Turns out the Impact is actually a great rifle for offhand shooting through the night sight. The weight of the gun is far back, which makes it easy to shoulder for long periods of time, and the Hawk Frontier scope that I have fitted on the rifle has a minimum magnification of 2.5, which gives me a really wide field of view when scanning the fields. I spot a hare and the cameramen have just enough time to get on the animal before I take the shot. This one was quite a distance away, but I get good placement on him, and he does a double backward somersault that would make any gymnast proud.
There are just so many animals around here. We've seen skunks, all different kinds of antelope, porcupines, hares. It's incredible. This place is just full of life. Wow, man, this is so cool.
This terrain is great because there's a lot of cover for us to hide behind, and we're able to get in nice and close to the animals. This hare walks in straight towards us, and as soon as he stops, I take my shot. Good stuff. Hit this one, looks like right there in the heart, over there. So it was a good shot. Some blood coming out of his mouth, means I probably got him through the lungs as well. Pretty happy with that. It's getting quite late now, and we almost decide to call it a night, but I'm extremely glad we didn't because things are about to get even better. There's a porcupine down there. Let's maybe get about 10 meters closer and see if we can take a shot. You can see all the sprinklers in this field, and as I mentioned earlier, the porcupines have been a real problem digging up and chewing through the water pipes. There's a hare right behind him, but Willem wants the porcupines gone, so I prepared to take the shot. At first the shot doesn't look good, but he runs about 15 or 20 meters and then collapses right in a ditch. I must say I was quite worried about this one because I had one pellet in the magazine. We were pretty much going to call it a night there, at least I was, and I had one pellet in the magazine, and then while we were walking I saw this guy and I didn't want to just pull the shot off because if I needed to take a follow-up shot I wouldn't be able to do that. So I took my time. He didn't see us, he was walking straight towards us, and when I felt comfortable taking the shot I squeezed off the trigger. I was actually aiming for the head, but he moved a little bit and I got him straight through the heart and lungs. He ran off. I was a bit concerned at that point, but after about 10 or 15 meters he slowed down, rolled over, and he was dead in a few seconds. So very happy with that. Good. Yo, I was about to pick him up by his back legs and then I was worried about getting sparked. There you go. Alright, prepare to have your mind blown. Richard spots a hare a long way off through his scope. We decide to creep in closer, but he hears us coming and tries to make a break for it. Now Rich was originally going to take the shot, but he loses sight of the hare, and so he tells me to have a go, and watch how this one plays out.
Got him.
You get him?
Yeah.
Oh, no ways, dude.
In the head.
Oh.
I'm at 5 times. I hold 2 mil dots. So that's 4 mil dots at 10 times, which is about 80 meters.
Off your shoulder.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, dude.
You know how long,
Yes,
how long the
dude.
pen was in the air for?
That's one of your best shots.
That is
Sure.
definitely, that is my best shot ever at night.
Yeah.
And I was kind of hoping I got my range right, because if I was 10 meters off, I would have missed him. So that was a very lucky shot.
Well, my friends, I can safely say that I've been completely outplayed by the dubber tonight. With a shot like that, 3 porcupines and a whole bunch of rabbits. Hands down, Matt, you took me out, bro. No chance. Well done, the dubber.
A closer look at the hare confirms a perfectly placed headshot right below the eye, and I'm just overjoyed to have ended my night on such a high.
That is probably one of the best shots I've ever seen, ever. Never mind a hare or anything. Well done. Well done.
Thanks,
bud.
eh?
It's definitely one of the best shots I've ever seen, man. Like, honestly. And I've seen you take a lot of shots. For real. Cameras aside. Very well done. That's freaking good, bro. You just
Good.
showed what you're made of, bro.
Thanks, sir.
Well done.
Yeah.
But the night is not over yet, and Richard is about to finish off with a bang.
Well, we've been walking around these fields and we've seen a couple scrub hares, but there's also a few small antelope around, the minis, and one of them being the darker. And if we do see one, we're going to take a shot. We don't normally hunt these at night time, but Willem has said that if we do see one and it's facing us and it's really close, I must take a shot with a .22. So we're going to do it. Let's see if we can get one.
We had seen many female duiker throughout the night, some from a very shootable distance, but Willem wanted us to take a ram specifically. Hunting is not about shooting everything you see. Game has to be carefully managed in order to ensure that the gene pool for each species is kept strong. Eventually though, right at the end of the night, Rich gets his opportunity on a duiker and he makes it count.
Darker, bro. Yes. Awesome. Darker with the .22, eh? Yo, man, that was cool. Man, what a privilege. You know, you never get to night hunt with a .22 with a game like that. But, you know, Willem's got a special license for nighttime hunting. And he said that if we see one real close and I'm going to get a really ethical, clean headshot, then I must take it. And man, he was right there, right there. I can't believe how close we got in the evening. It was unreal. Man, should we go check him out? Let's go see.
Check it.
Sure.
He is, eh?
Very nice. Very nice, eh? Look at that.
Just what we looked for.
Look at that. Hey, really thick at the bases. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of length. So he's not a monster, but sure, he's a very nice darker. Eh? About 4.5. No, very nice, man. Sure, and the shot placement right here in the brains. So it ended him very quickly. So yeah, no, very happy with that, man.
And you'll taste good in the pot tomorrow night.
That's good.
Well, I don't even know what to say. I think this scene speaks for itself. Best night of hunting I've ever had in my life. I've had some nights we've gone out and shot a lot of hares, a lot of spring hares, but to get porcupines and then to finish off the night with a duiker shot by Rich, I mean, you just cannot beat that. So that was so much fun, and to have the camera crew really helped. We got some really good stuff on camera. I don't even know what to say. You enjoy the night?
Man, dude. Well, you cleaned up, put it that way. And I mean, I said it was good here, but I had no idea it was going to produce this kind of hunting in the evening. Very kind of Matt to let me take the darker right in the end, and wow, what a great night. All time, something I'll remember for a long time to come.
Yep, the gun did its job. There's a reason we chose this gun. High shot count, high capacity magazine. It's what you need when you're hunting at night, because if we had one of those 8-shot or 10-shot magazines, we'd be reloading so much. It would just be a nightmare to try and coordinate all of that. So
you know, we didn't have to refill the cylinder at all. Very happy. You know, you just cannot beat this. And I'm pretty sure I'll be back here at some point in my life to hunt again, because this place is amazing. So, right, so I suppose all that's left to do now is to clean these up, get them ready for the pot, and get them in our stomachs. It'll probably take about a few weeks to do that, judging by all this meat here, but yeah, that's good. So thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.